Teach your kids about money in 2025, a step-by-step guide. Imagine this. It's 2045. Your kid, now an adult, is sitting across from some slick financial advisor. Their savings are gone, their retirement account is emptier than a politician's promise, and they're up to their eyeballs in debt. They look back and they've got one question. Why didn't someone teach me this sooner? Folks, we can't let that be our kids. We can't set them up for failure. Teaching them about money, it ain't just some skill you check off a list. It's a gift, a lifeline, a darn miracle that can change the trajectory of their entire life. And in this crazy world of instant gratification and buy now pay later schemes, it's never been more important. So today, we're diving headfirst into a plan, a step-by-step guide to teaching your kids about money the right way. By the time we're done, you'll be ready to teach a masterclass on financial peace. You with me? Let's do this. You ever notice how kids today, they think money grows on their parents' phones? It's like they believe that every time you tap your phone or swipe a card, a magical money tree just shakes off a few bills. I mean, they see you swiping plastic, tapping your phone, and they think that's all there is to it. No effort, no work, just instant gratification. And boom, stuff just shows up. Packages at the door, groceries delivered, new gadgets in hand. It's like magic to them. They don't see the hard work, the sweat, the tears that went into earning that money. They miss the late nights, the early mornings, the grind that makes those purchases possible. And you know what? That's a recipe for disaster. When kids don't understand the value of money, they grow up with unrealistic expectations. See, when money feels invisible, so does its value. It's just numbers on a screen, not something tangible they can grasp. It's like those buy now pay later schemes, all fun and games until the bill comes due. They don't see the future consequences, just the immediate reward. And let me tell you, the bill always comes due. There's no escaping it. The reality check can be harsh. Studies show that kids who don't understand the concept of real, tangible money are more likely to overspend as adults. They lack the financial discipline needed to manage their resources effectively. They end up living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt, just like we talked about earlier. It's a cycle that's hard to break once it starts. So how do we fix this? We bring back the Benjamins. We need to make money real again for our kids. Okay, maybe not just Benjamins, but you get the idea. We need to reintroduce them to physical money. We start with cold, hard cash. Let them feel it, see it, and understand its value. Give your kids an allowance, but make it real. Hand them the bills and coins, not just a number on a screen. None of this digital allowance app nonsense. They need to see and touch the money to understand its worth. Let them hold it, count it, and watch it grow, or disappear, with every decision they make. It's a powerful lesson in financial responsibility. Think about it. Remember when you were a kid and you got that crisp dollar bill from your grandma? It felt like a treasure, didn't it? You knew exactly how much candy that could buy, didn't you? That sense of value is crucial. That's the feeling we want our kids to have. The excitement of earning and the satisfaction of spending wisely. We want them to connect the dots between work, earning, and spending. It's a fundamental life skill. Now, once they've got a handle on the basics, we're going to kick things up a notch. We're going to introduce them to the world of budgeting. It's not just for adults, kids can learn too. Now I know what you're thinking. Dave, you're going to make me teach my 8-year-old how to budget. It sounds daunting, but it's doable. Have you met my 8-year-old? They can barely sit still. But trust me, it's possible. Trust me on this one. With the right approach, it can be fun and engaging. Budgeting doesn't have to be a chore. It can be a family activity that everyone looks forward to. In fact, we're going to turn it into a game. Learning through play is incredibly effective, because who doesn't love a good game? It's the perfect way to teach important lessons while having fun. Alright folks, let's talk about how to make budgeting fun. Yes, you heard that right, fun. Because let's be honest, the word budget alone is enough to make most kids, and adults, let's be real, run for the hills. It's like mentioning homework on a Friday night. Here's the key. We're not just throwing spreadsheets and calculators at them. That's a surefire way to lose their interest. We're turning this whole budgeting thing into a game. Imagine Monopoly, but with real-life stakes. Let's say your kiddo has their eye on a new toy, a video game, or whatever the latest and greatest gadget is these days. Instead of just buying it for them, we're going to teach them how to earn it, save for it, and appreciate it even more. This is where the magic happens. We're talking about setting a savings goal, breaking it down into smaller, manageable chunks, and then celebrating each milestone along the way. Each small win builds momentum. Maybe they get a sticker for every $5 they save, or maybe they get to color in a section of a progress chart. Get creative with it. The more visual and interactive, the better. The point is, we're turning this into a fun and engaging experience, not another boring chore. It's about making the journey as rewarding as the destination, and as they start to see their savings grow, they'll start to understand the power of delayed gratification. This is a crucial life lesson. They'll learn that sometimes the best things in life are worth waiting for. The anticipation makes the reward even sweeter. And here's the kicker. This isn't just about teaching them how to save for a toy. It's about laying the foundation for financial literacy. This is about instilling in them a lifelong habit of setting financial goals, making a plan to achieve those goals, and then having the discipline to stick to that plan. It's about building a mindset. Now, once they've mastered the art of saving, we're going to introduce them to a whole new world, the world of investing. This is where they can see their money grow exponentially. Because saving is great, but investing, that's where the real magic happens. It's about making their money work for them, not the other way around. Chapter 3. The Power of Investing. Now I know what you're thinking, Dave, investing for kids? Isn't that a little advanced? Listen, it's never too early to plant the seeds of financial wisdom. Think of it like this. Saving is like planting a single tree. It's a good thing, don't get me wrong. But investing? Investing is like planting an entire forest. We're talking about teaching your kids how to put their money to work for them, how to make their money grow faster than a weed in your garden. And the best part? You don't have to be a Wall Street whiz to teach them the basics. Start by explaining the concept of ownership. Maybe you buy a share of stock in their favorite company. Now they're not just a customer, they're an owner. Let them follow the company's performance, teach them about dividends, that's right, getting paid to own something, and watch their excitement grow as their investment, hopefully, increases in value. Now you might be wondering, how do I explain something as complicated as compound interest to a child? Well, that's where storytelling comes in, because everybody loves a good story, right? Chapter 4. The Story of Compound Interest. Gather round, kids, and let me tell you a story about the magic of compound interest. Imagine this, you lend your friend $1. The next day, they give you back $2. The day after that, $4. And it keeps doubling every single day. How much money do you think you'd have after a month? That's the power of compound interest. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger and bigger over time. Now I know what you're thinking, Dave, that's a pretty simplified explanation. And you're right, it is. But the point is to get the concept across, to plant the seed. You can even make it a game. Open up a pretend investment account for your child and show them how their money would grow over time with compound interest. Let them choose different investment options and see how the results change. The key is to make it fun, engaging, and memorable. Because here's the thing. The earlier they start investing, even if it's just a small amount, the more time their money has to grow. We're talking about setting them up for a lifetime of financial success, folks. Chapter 5. Financial Independence by Example. Now, here's the thing about kids. They're little sponges. They absorb everything around them, often more than we realize. They're watching everything you do, listening to every word you say, even when you think they're not paying attention. Every action, every decision, every conversation about money is being noted. So the best way to teach them about money? Be a good role model. Show them through your actions what financial responsibility looks like. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, we all make mistakes. It's important to show them that mistakes are part of the learning process. But if you're constantly stressing about money, racking up debt, and making impulsive purchases, guess what? Your kids are going to pick up on that. Your kids are going to pick up on that. They'll see the stress and anxiety that comes with poor financial decisions. On the other hand, if you're living within your means, saving for the future, and making smart financial decisions, your kids will notice that too. They'll see the peace of mind and security that comes with being financially responsible. They'll see that you're in control of your money, not the other way around. This sense of control and confidence is something they'll carry with them into adulthood. And that, my friends, is a powerful lesson. It's a lesson that will serve them well throughout their lives. So how do you lead by example? It's the little things, it's the everyday actions that add up over time. Involve your kids in your financial decisions. Let them see how you make choices and why you make them. Show them how you compare prices at the grocery store. Explain the importance of getting the best value for your money. Explain why you're choosing to save for a vacation instead of buying that new gadget. Teach them the value of delayed gratification. Let them see that financial responsibility doesn't have to be a drag, it can actually be empowering. It can lead to rewarding experiences and a sense of accomplishment. Because when you teach your kids about money, you're not just giving them a head start in life, you're equipping them with essential life skills. You're giving them the tools they need to build a brighter future for themselves and their families. You're instilling in them the confidence to make informed financial decisions. And that's a legacy worth leaving behind, a legacy of financial wisdom, responsibility, and independence. Outro, you got this. Teaching your kids about money in this day and age, it's not just about raising financially savvy adults. It's about giving them the freedom to live life on their own terms. It's about empowering them to chase their dreams without being held back by debt or financial insecurity. So what are you waiting for? Start small and build up. Give them that cash allowance, turn budgeting into a fun game, and plant the seeds of investing early on. And most importantly, lead by example. Show them what it means to be financially responsible, to be in control of your money, and to live a life of abundance and joy. Now, if you're ready to take things to the next level, I've got another video for you. How to teach your kids about money in 2025, advanced strategies. Click the link on the end screen, and let's keep building that financial future together. You got this.